All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is J Randy here. Can you guys hear me now?
Randy here. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, so we are back. We are back. We are back.
Randy here. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, so guys, we are back. Sorry for the inconvenience. Please share the video, guys. We are back on the show. Yes, we are back. So please share the show. Share the show. We are back. We are back. So please share the show. I'm sure you guys can hear me now loud and clear because I can hear myself here. So please share the show. All right. So let me go into the Vera group and start to share the show here. Yes. So let's invite every member here. We're not going to be long because we just use up some of our time. So we're not going to be long here. We will do a quick analysis here and then we'll call it a day. All right. So just give me 45 minutes. Just give me 45 minutes to 50 minutes. Yes. So let me just apologize to you guys for that. So yes, so guys, share the video. This is Jay Randy here. I had some difficulties with the audio, but I think I figured it out now. Now that you guys can hear me now, it's very very crucial that you join me to do the analysis here. Yes, you're going to get something very very new here today. Yes, so thank you guys so much for the opportunity here. All right. So share the video, guys. Share the video. Share the video. Share the video. Let me come to Messenger here and be able to send this to all my people. Yes. All right. All my people. So let's do this here. Let's do this. Let's do this. Share. Let's share this, guys. Quickly, quickly. Come on board quickly. Probably will get you guys out of here because I know you guys have to go to work in the morning. So let me just apologize for that technical difficulties. So share the video, guys. Share the video. It's very, very interesting. Share the video. Got a very interesting conversation here. Share the video here. Share the video. Share the video. I'm sharing right now from my side here. So share the video here, right? Share the video. We're going to discuss this guy right here. We're going to discuss the guy right here. So by the time we hit the classroom of 20 people, we'll be ready to go. All right. Just a matter of 20 people. So just share it quickly. All right. And invite the sedition to come here. Yes, I really want sedition to come. Let sedition come. This is a very special show for them. Yeah, so let them come. Invite your sedition to come, folks. Invite the sedition to come. Yes, invite the sedition to come. All right, let's see here what next I should be doing here. Okay, opening this up here. Opening this up here and coming to the show here. Okay, share with friends. Let me share it on my French timeline. Okay. All right. I see all my people coming back here now, guys. You see the guy over there? You're going to learn about this guy today. You're going to learn about this guy today. Anybody who think that guy should be, if you don't with a video tonight, you know where the guy supposed to be nominated or not. So y'all get ready for it. Yes, yeah, I see you there. Thank you for coming on, bro. Thank you so much for coming on. Okay. So somebody said to watch it. Let's see here. Yeah, I think told you I think it's told you something. The person said to watch it here again. But we're gonna be here to analyze this video here, all right? So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Not to waste your time here. Not to waste your time. Let me put the comment out here now. So I see few people making comment here. I see my man. Yes, I see the red meat. What's up, Chief? And then I see Tawu said, I watched it. It was so embarrassing. Oh, you're going to get a worst embarrassment today, my sister. My sister, you're going to get a worst embarrassment today on this one. Yes. You're going to get a worst embarrassment on this one here. Yes. You're going to get a worst embarrassment on this one tonight. Yes. So We are now going to go into the interview section tonight. Yes. So invite your friends. We are going to destroy the guy right now. Yes. Jay Randy is about to destroy this guy. It's always good to have senators who are very resourceful, but we are going to destroy the guy tonight. Yes. So, with that being said, let's put a video up now, right? So, this is the dude right here.
Only whatsoever ever that you're watching this.
And I will tell you, what I'm about to present to you, you never seen it on any platform about this guy. You never seen it on any platform about this guy you're looking at here right here. Yes. So let me take that picture big here. This guy here, you have never seen the guy before on any of your platform. I mean, what I'm about to show you guys here. All right. So I see there as another incompetent decision by Josh Weah. Yes, this is another incompetent decision. So let's go back. All right. You seen this guy here, right? So let's go back here. I would like to show you something here. All right. So this is a PowerPoint presentation here, folks. So let's go back to something quickly here. We'll skip all of this because this one will come later on. So this is the guy right here, right? So take a look here. This was posted on May the 4th, Wednesday, May the 4th, 2022. And you see the highlighted area here, right? It said Mr. Kelly come with the portfolio rich with a background in the field of aviation and is a master degree candidate in aviation from the Aviation Institute of Maintenance. Folks, are you reading that with me? Are you reading that with me? I want to see the yes and I want to see the like. Give me all the thumbs up. Give me all the thumbs up, folks. I want to see the thumbs up. Give me the thumbs up and share the video here. Give me the thumbs up and share the video. You gotta get it in up. See, that's what the time. If you tell you to give me cash out, you don't want to do it. Let me put the cash out here. Say, you gotta give me cash out here tonight. Yes, you gotta give me cash out here tonight. Because the kind of information J Randy can bring for you got to send me that cash out today. Yes. You got to send me that cash. And let me say thank you to all those who are making their contribution towards the independent supporter of Mr. Alexander Cummings. I'd like to say thank you to every one of you guys. But also, too, I want to encourage you to please support this platform by sending in your $5, $2. Yes, by sending in your $5 and $2. We are not proud. We are not shame. We are nothing but to ask for the little contribution you can make. And tonight you're going to see the bigger thing. And please, if anybody who take this thing here, if anybody who take the presentation tonight and doesn't give me credit, shame on them. So that's the cash out I just printed for you guys over there. Share the video, guys. So I show you how I read this information here so far now, right? So Mr. George, we are appointed this guy, and this guy went and submitted a document. As you can see up there, President Weah names a new LAA managing director. That's the guy that Mr. Weah named, right? But then the guy is saying that he went to the Aviation Institute of Technology, Aviation Institute of Maintenance in Philadelphia, where he is pursuing his master degree. So the question here is this guy, is this guy really, is this guy pursuing his master degree? Does that institution have a master degree? Now you are in for a big welcome now. So guess what J. Randy did? J. Randy actually went to the school. Yes. J. Randy actually went to the school. but the school is a stone throw away from my residence. So you ready for this? Trust me, guys, you're going to learn good thing here. We actually went to the school. Yes. So let's start our journey to the school and listen up.
All right, the Aviation Institute of Maintenance of Philadelphia branch. So we are here to go and inquire about their master's program.
All right. So that was Jay Randy there, visited. And as you can see, it was in May when I think got to the executive mansion. So listen up. I'm walking there now. Watch this.
For this people program, now they said mask required prior to entrance. So let me go get my mask.
Okay. So Jay Randy went to the location. As you can see, let's start the video here. Let's start the video over. Jay Randy went to the location. All right. Jay Randy went to the school.
Yeah, so guys, I'm going into the main building here. As you can see, the CCTV out there. So we are going into the main building to find out for this people program. Now they said mask required prior to entrance. So let me go get my mask.
All right. So y'all saw me going in there, right? All right. Y'all saw me going in there. According to the guy's TV, let's look at it again, folks. Let's put it on the screen here. Let's put it on the screen and make it bigger here. According to his CV, he said he is pursuing a master's degree from the Aviation Institute of Technology. So the job we had them bought it and put it down on their page, right? All right. So the guy said, yes, I already got a guy and they're not smart. But guess what J. Randy did? J. Randy went in there and now listen to what J. Randy asked the people.
Highest degree that anyone can get here. What is the highest degree that anyone can get here?
So your highest degree would be a certification in aviation maintenance technician and your license in AMP. So that license, you can use it anywhere in the world for aviation maintenance technician. So it's not like an actual bachelor's or a master's.
So you don't have no master,
Yeah,
no
because
bachelor?
this is not a four-year university. This is a technical school.
So that there, folks. Folks, the man said he in the people's school, and yeah, Mr. Curley come with the portfolio with a rich background in the field of aviation and is a master's degree candidate in aviation management from the Aviation Institute of Maintenance in Philadelphia. That's what the man said. All right? But as you listen here, we ask the real Liberian question. The real Liberian question that the one will ask. The real Liberian question that the man said everybody will understand. So listen to your man J. Randy asking the question.
What is the highest degree that anyone can get here?
So your highest degree would be a certification in aviation maintenance technician and your license in AMP. So that license, you can
you share the video, guys. You share it.
Aviation maintenance technician. So it's not like an actual bachelor's or a master's.
So you don't have no master,
Yeah,
no
because
bachelor?
this is not a four-year university. This is a technical school.
So that is there, folks. So now we finish doing our background check on the man now, right? We finished doing our background check on the man now. We now know who the man is, right? Yes. We now know who the man is now. So let's go to the man confirmation now and hear what the man got to say.
Love. This is the confirmation hearing of the Rubber International Boss Destinate. As you can see, he pretty smart in this identical confirmation here. So just keep posted. We will give you all necessary updates as it relates to this identical confirmation here.
nominee for the position
Yeah, listen to my man who come over here.
distinguished colleagues. We are about to start this confirmation hearing of the nominee for the position of Managing Director of the LAA. So we will ask the senior arm to please place the nominee on an oath.
I,
Arlington Conley,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
a testimony about the gift
the testimony I'm about to give
and to my recollection
and to my recollection
is the truth,
is the truth,
nothing but the truth.
nothing but truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Mr. Chairman, the Lower Commission of Transport, the West Municipal Panel.
Thank you. Mr. Nominee, you have come to the Transport Committee of the Liberian Senate that has oversight.
Just share the video, guys. Let me see your
on transport
your after the money I bill.
You've been nominated for confirmation by the President of the Republic of Liberia, and we will want you to justify to us why you think you are the right person for this portfolio. So we want you to take a few minutes to tell us about yourself. Yeah. Okay, I've just been told that the Senate members of the committee and other senators that are interested should be introduced. So it's just coming on and going off. So we want you to, but anyway, introduce yourself.
No, you get a long way to introduce himself.
Yeah. Let us not confuse this thing.
No, let me us.
So, yeah, let's start there. So,
I will introduce TH.
Thank you, my dear, for
Yeah, wait a minute. You need a cell.
My name is Numene T.H. Batekwa. I represent the people of Grand Group and member of the committee.
Oh, my boy, you go.
Coming in, we said from River G County.
My boy, you
Maryland, member of this committee.
I'm Abraham Darrell Dillon. I'm the co-chair of the Senate Committee on Transport.
I'm Francis SP from Rose County, two-time chairman of the committee, member of the committee state. Thank you.
I'm Senator J. Britton TJ. I'm signed up. I'm a ranking member of this committee and I've been in the committee for 8 years. So no one knows more about the committee more than me.
So you have paid?
they created the committee.
I know.
I see why they are sitting together.
Senator Jala, Lofa County.
Go, Senator Jala, we're going to do you.
Senator Daniel F. Norton, Chairman from Dartmouth. Yeah, introduce yourself.
Thank you very much.
and my name is J. Randy. I'm the volunteer researcher for the Liberian people too. So welcome, guys. Everybody been introducing themselves now. So it's time now for our man to talk for himself now, right? But before he talk for himself, I want to remind you guys who the man is. All right? So the man said that he went to the school and this is a part of the degree he got here. He said, according to Weah, he said he is pursuing a master's degree from the Aviation Management School. All right? He's pursuing a master's degree from the Aviation Institute of Maintenance. So as I said, my name is J. Randy. J. Randy is my name. And I am the volunteer for the thing too. So before the brother start to speak, I just want to show you a few clips. All right? Let's go to a few clips so that you guys can be in the know about what J. Randy did. So that when they start asking the brother question, you can know. So I will speak for myself. So let's listen to the first clip here from me. All right? So that's the first clip here. Let's listen to the first clip. All right? So this is J. Randy here now.
Gentlemen, we are here. There go the Aviation Institute of Maintenance in the northeast of Philadelphia. All right, the Aviation Institute of Maintenance of Philadelphia branch. So we are here to go and inquire about their master's program.
All right, because the man told us that they can have master program there. So myself too, I said, oh, but I've been living next to the player for all the years. I didn't know they put an upper master program here. So I said, okay, I've been driving, so that you can just be passing by some kind of building every day. You driving, you passing. I've been passing by that place ever since. I even to go and jog around there, jog around there Sunday morning, Saturday morning. So I decided to go in there. So let's go to the second place here. I'm here again.
So guys, I'm going into the main building here. As you can see, the CCTV out there. So we are going into the main building to find out about this people program. Now they said mask required prior to entrance, so let me go get my mask.
So, no, what I did was, brother Jesse Farmer, what I did here, let me address Jesse Farmer here. What I did here, Jesse, when I went to the school, I told the people that I'm trying to get into this school. That's what I told them. I told them, I'm trying to get into the school. They put one student now. They asked me, they say, oh, are you qualified to get financial aid? I said, yes. Are you living far away from here? I said, no. Are you able to attend all the classes? I said, yes. So I went there like a student. Even my man, Sonny Boy, kind of time here, he said you can go to the school to ask the same question. So what the people did? All of you that can get your trainer to go look for school there and they can take you on the tour. Yeah. So the woman said, okay, let's go on a tour. But while we're on that tour and while we're visiting, one thing was on my mind. It was when the man said that he get master program here. Master here. So I said, they put got master here. No, they think good. So I said, all right. When I get over there, I will ask that woman about that master program. So we had the woman then went on the tour. So you had the question the woman. I asked the woman myself. Sonny boy, you must share the video here to the people down on the ground there. So you had the question I asked the woman here now. You're listening.
Highest degree that anyone can get here.
So your highest degree would be a certification in aviation maintenance technician and your license in AMP. So that license, you can use it anywhere in the world for aviation maintenance technician. So it's not like an actual bachelor's or a master's.
So you don't have no master,
yeah,
no
because
bachelor?
this is not a four-year university. This is a technical school.
So you hear that? So I asked the woman, I know the woman was talking all the things. So I said, well, let me ask the woman here. So your guy no master. The woman said, my friend, this is just a technician school. This is not 4-year college. When you get bachelor degree here, when you get master degree here. So I said, but the thing that man ready up for job we are here, the thing here, So every time I want to answer the question, my mom was just running on the thing right here. I said, but any man can come on and tell Joey that he get master over there. Yeah, that thing not correct, yo. So you want to tell me the guy been living right here and apart to they play every day to go to Grand Avenue. My little daughter who is carrying now used to go to her daycare school called Jeff for Children on that Grand Avenue. Myself, I used to go to that BP gas station, the new Starbucks. They got the other, or even the immigration office down the road, wherever I can go get an immigration paper. They on a sea road there. Then they got one helicopter company behind there. I said, you want to tell me they got telling the people say they play get master degree here? I said, I mean, and just think about it, right? A jelly when you in Tomaha, and you know, let's say you living around Tomaha school. You living around Tomaha school. For me, I live around Tomaha school and I want to Tomaha school. So those that are living around Tomaha school or any kind of school in the place, living around LU, that how they play were looking. How the play was looking. I lay in a play for. In fact, Teresa, I was there today again. Today, I was there today. I was there today. So everybody now introduce themselves now. It's time now for us to listen to the main question now. Anyone not hear what the people say over there? And I not give you the real proof now. Myself, I went there, right? So, guys, y'all give me the thumbs up, and I got my cash out over there. So you're trying to send me late thing. Because the more, the only thing it take is for me to just see that trouble. So let's go to the thing. The man coming to talk now. So let's listen to our man.
Please, everybody. My name is Darlington Chokon Conley. I'm a Christian from the Seventh-day Adventist Church. I am a man of one wife with strong spiritual background. I'm also a Liberian from the grassroots, from the slum of 12th Street. I remember walking every day from 12th Street to Adventist High School to obtain high school. And I want to thank the president also who saw in the need that this time around a young person like me can come down to serve my people, and I take it as a great honor. And I'll pause here if there's anything else you want to know.
Okay, I thought you would have said something a little bit more about yourself, specifically relating to the industry to which you have been nominated.
Well, I went to aviation school in Philadelphia. It's called the Aviation Institute for Maintenance, or AIM for short. It's a 21-month program. I stay additional 6 months to do something called avionics. Avionics has to do with the brain of the plane, that's the electrical part, and the computer that runs the plane. So it's a professional certificate of 190 hours. And in this field, we do more.
The man say he have master's degree now. Then he say it is a professional degree. And you saw the thing over there, and I'll show it to you. And the man say he got a master's degree, right? He said he got a master's degree. They put it on Weah website. Or the whole executive mansion website, they put the thing over there. That's why the man said he got it. Then now he talking about, I got an aviation professional certificate. So you already know. Let's listen to the man again, folks. Let's listen to the man.
Certificates, to satisfy you for certain programs and certain aircraft. But I'm satisfied from the Federal Aviation Authority to work on anything that is aeronautical. And I work in that field since 2000.
The man say anything that is aeronautical, folks. Aeronautical engineers, So it means that the people who can be, maybe the program who can send people to space, you know, like the NASA. These guys then only take care of airplane. They don't take care of space. Aeronautical also got to do with space. They may say anything. So they did America ready to send people there. Where Elon Musk then I want to go to space. They did that space shuttle car. They may say you can work on that deal. For me, forget that. I'm going to. These people then they wouldn't work on airplane. Now what they do, they are airplane mechanic. They just put it that way. They how you can go to school to become an auto mechanic. They manage that airplane mechanic. That's what the woman said. They think a technical degree. We're not 4-year college. We're not 4-year college. But let's go get into it small, folks. Listen to the guy here.
Before I even came, I was where I was raised. Thank you.
Thank you. Colleague, we just listened to the nominee. I think...
You know, the whole thing is looking very funny to me. So today we'll put everything aside. I just want all to just look at it and laugh, because if you never know the funny side of me, you're going to know it today. You see my man Dylan over there, Dylan, just hey, God, my para trunk. I got my question right now for that guy. The CDC guy will not papa me here. That what Dylan do on, I just waiting let my para trunk. And I enjoy Dylan only 1 year. I will not lie to you. You know, Dylan is a semi-educated guy. He ain't finished high school. He ain't finished college. Then to go get his government job. Anybody that come for America, you better make sure you get your eye ready. Because when you're not ready, Dylan say, I come to America and succeed. You come from there. I already against you. Then you won't come here to come get something you want to know about you. So that how come they don't get grab a man here? So everything will do that lesson learned, right? So let's listen to the guy here. Make it clear what he said.
Opportunity now to interact with him so that we can be very clear in our decision making relative to confirmation. So any of us who have anything to put to him. Yes, Senator Wilson.
Okay, the real D start now, folks.
Mr. Chairman, I thought that the nominee was going to continue with the first question you asked, and that question is, why do you feel qualified to carry out this job?
And that's a very valid question there too, because when you go for an interview and they ask you, why do you think you are the best candidate? They are giving you the opportunity to summarize why your education, how many years of experience you have, how many people you manage, and where the places you work. For example, you could say, look, I have social and so degree, or a social and so associate or technical degree. And since I came out of this school, I have worked in XYZ for the number of years. And some of the responsibility I handle had to do with management, financial management, operation management, and have been very successful. The turnover rate was high when I got there, but now we have minimized it. There are projects that I manage. There are a team of people that I train. And with all those, I have also built for myself a certificate from other or technical institution that I bear certificate for. And this is why I feel that this role is best suitable for me. And they leave it as that. But the man can't tell you from 12th Street, he SDA man, he days. They didn't ask him on the job description. So they're listening to the question more, right? Let's go. West CDC boy of the year. They say people are looking for a job, but when they get a job, they can't even answer the question.
First, what is the job to which you've been nominated? Why do you feel that you're qualified for it? And I want to remind you that the... Well, you have interrupted. I will start talking after our colleague sits down. Okay. So, We want you to be reminded that to get to any position, the confirmation hearing interested in three key things. One is your education, your training, and your experience.
That's it.
For the job.
He's right. This guy is right. This guy is right. Your education is the intellectual knowledge. Your experience is the hand-on. That's it. And then the third one is your people management skill that come with how long you've been and how many people you manage. So he's right. He's even helping this guy because he already screwed up the first question. He answered the question poorly. So this senator now is trying to help him up to get him a leeway. So let's hear what he's going to say here.
I also want to remind you that just before this confirmation, there was a major committee of the Senate that went to the place.
And we're not going to finish the whole thing here, right? There are key things that we're going to go through here. We're not going to listen to the whole thing here, but there are key section or segment that I have captured, and it just go in a ABC order. So don't worry, we'll get out of here before 12. All right? Yeah, we'll get out of here before 12.
That you meant to be, and the result or the report from there was scary. Anytime we hear our president traveling, we're scared. I'm talking about ordinary people like us. We're too scared to go to that airport. So I want to know why you think you qualify for that job. What is your education? What is your training? And what is your experience?
Well, thank you very much, Officer. I know people always talking about electricity being one of the main problems out there.
First of all, they're asking, what is your education? What is your training? What's your experience? Next thing man know, he's talking about people say, electricity. No. The man gives you a bullet point. You can answer it bottom to top, top to bottom, or middle to down, or middle to up. That's how you answer the question. But look what the guy is saying right now. They're asking three questions. What is your education? What is your experience? And then the third one is, what is your training? He's going talking about something else. All right? That the CDC people that down there. That is the CDC people that down there. Paku, you strong. Ain't no damn Paku strong here. The Paku that listen Paku. Let's listen to him again.
The airport, which is true, is not the only problem. We have our safety, the RCAO came and they.
So now they're asking this guy, right? They just asking, tell all your education, tell all your training, and tell your experience. So why is he looking at a particular sector or a particular function within what he's trying to describe? Does this make sense to what he's explaining? He's already killing himself. That means that he don't even understand the question the people are asking him. Listen more, folks.
A check on. I'm trying to just use simple term to do a check on, and that is usually done.
Leave that one yet. What is your
qualification,
your training and experience that make you think you can do the job?
Yeah, I was going to go there, sir.
And what is the job?
The job of managing director, it means you manage all airports.
So you see now, folks, this is where the inexperience comes in. They gave him the opportunity to ask to defend himself in the first phase. He screwed up. The senator now who asking the question came and gave him the question on the silver platter. He screwed up. Now in the third round, now the senator coming by and said, look, we are not interested in you giving a detail about something. Tell all your background, training, and experience. Oh, yeah. In a structured interview, you're not going to pass. Because if people can tell you what you need to do, because you must be able to understand and you must be able to process things. Because these are things that take away you coming to somebody's office. Hello? I got a question here. Yeah, come in. Then you go back, you come back again after 4 hours again. Hello? I got a question. that means you're going to be a liability to that job, and you're going to take other people's attention away. That's what the guy is doing here. All right. So you see how we're grading this guy? He lacked comprehensions, but he's trying to dodge the question because he doesn't have experience. That's what he's trying to do. And you know, you're at Joey. Joey as a football player, right? It's like you play number 9. Anytime the ball go far away, you can go all over the ball, but you're bunking in the middle. All right, man, you're menacing the ball, and the ball can't go up there. When I lose it, now can't stand right here. So we call that one bunking in the game. You're not hustling. So this guy here, he's not smart. All right, he doesn't have the 3 things they're asking for. So he tried to play around a little bit, but he got to say, my man, you got to focus. You got to focus. So listen to him again.
A limit of Liberia. And in airport management, there's something we call the 3X. You provide service.
Is that guy lecturing these people, or he's supposed to be talking about his experience, right? Guys, come on here. What do you good at? Whatever you good at. Somebody say, tell me why you qualify for this job. Then you talk about airport management. It's like you lecturing somebody. What is the difference between a seaport and an airport? Oh, all right, I'll tell you what it is. An airport is where plane land, a seaport is where the ship died. No, that's not what we want. So listen to him.
You provide security, and there's a service, security, and safety. So we understand all of these things that every airport should provide service, should provide security, and it will provide safety. The managing director of LAA is not the direct manager for RIA that people would think. You are the.
Is the guy here to lecture the people about how an airport operates, or is he here to tell the people how he's going to operate the airport? You see there now, guys? This guy got no experience. I'm not lying to you guys. He has no experience. Don't let nobody lie to you. This guy got no experience. Simple 3 questions: your education, your experience, and your training. He cannot even articulate those things. He cannot articulate those things. So he attended the thing into, in fact, the guy should be let me see, Joker Wilson is the first person in the museum. Alari Topa is the second living human being. This guy should be the 3rd living human being to be placed into the museum. And so that when the trainer go on some kind of tour from school, yes, that guy who I know how to talk about the airport situation. That's what he's doing here right now.
The head of every airport in the limit and the square of Liberia. And that's the job. And what makes me feel that I'm qualified for this job, I have sat under training of 100+ hours to be trained as an aviator. And in this field of aviation, I think I have vast knowledge on handling these things. I understand what it means for providing safety. I understand what it means also for providing security.
You're talking about a job. One, you're saying you think. That means you're not too sure. When people are thinking of something, they are not too sure. When you experience something, you don't think about it. When you experience something, you talk about it. Thing that you have seen, you will not say, I think. You will talk about it. All right? So that is another division. So these guys then need to, look, I'm not here to brag, right? But some actually, look, I watch this in the town. When I came in the country, I watch this. I work in the group home. All right? I work in the factory in Khartoum. I have gone for a structural interview. I have done most of the things that many of you guys have done also too. And with that experience, when you hear the guy like this guy cannot even get a job to be a janitor. 3 basic questions they're asking him. He cannot answer that. He telling monkey story, and then he telling you what he thinks that he has done that will make him qualify. You think, or you're supposed to be telling experience. Oh, I think my experience, education. I think my education, training. I think my training. No, you should be able to release those things with a mixture of your education, your experience, and your training. He's not doing that. Listen to him again, folks.
And service will come in two forms. Service is aeronautical or non-aeronautical. Aeronautical services will deal with things that have to do with airplane related, and the other one will deal with.
Did anybody asking to tell the difference between aeronautical and other services? Did you hear anybody asking the question to say, oh, over now, tell all the difference between aeronautical or this? Did you hear that? No. He's putting garbage out there. But that's how the sedition looks like. Every day, the man looking for a job. The man looking for a job. They get a man interview now, he can't even stand it.
Things that are not airplane related, like, for example, the hotel, the shops that are in the places. So you have to provide services and for all of those things. And if you will talk about safety for all passengers like within your gates, you have to provide safety to the point that your airport should be considered a safe place.
Okay, now this guy is he said he got experience, right? Safety, services, these are all programs that you should be able to run. So if you're a manager or director, you should be explaining that, look, when I worked to this place, I had people who were safety manager that were reported to me. I had people who were operation manager that reported to me. I had those who were inventory manager that reported to me. And without reporting chain, this is what we did, XYZ, XYZ, XYZ. But look how he discussing these things. Fellow like Brandon, man, from America, man. We live in this country here. We dream, we eat, we sleep, different interview. When you get to the interview, the first thing can ask you, do you want water to drink? When they start giving you water, you must know that you're going to turn to your mortgage dry. This guy is nothing but a good for nothing individual. And they made a guy, that airport director, you're going to try to buy good life insurance for you guys around here. You want to buy good life insurance when you're going to Liberia.
Last time the ICO came to check here, we were at 19. We scored 19 on safety. They came back and we scored 26. And they are begging us to please score 65. It's like telling your child go to school and score D. I think all of those things we understand and we know what we can do to apprehend all of these issues. And for security, you have a with health.
For his appearance. Mr. Conley, do you have your CV before you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please, because my questions are coming from the CV. So I'd like for you to have it. First, page 1. Your first, that's for your work history, your positions, 8 units, technical manager. You say 2018, February 2018 to current. Okay. I'll come back to page 1. But I move to the second page. And this unit tech manager is a Boeing.
It did not say Boeing, sir.
All right. You said.
Hold on there. So this pop, I'm sorry for calling him pop, but they call him senator. He's specifically trying to hit this guy on this thing here. We'll come back to that video, all right? He's trying to hit this guy on this thing here, all right? He's trying to let you and I know that this guy lied on his resume here, right? So let's zoom into the resume here and let's see what the paper asking about Boeing here, right? So when you look here, what did he say here? Look right under the new LAA management, under George Weah. What he say? Works at Boeing, American leading aircraft manufacturer, as an aviation tech specialty manager. You hear that? That's why he wrote here, because that was a summary of his background, right? So watch the pap asking him that question, and he denying that question. All right? Watch.
Honor Divkan Aviation, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, servicing equipment and functioning as a lead technical engineer at Boeing.
Thank you, sir.
No, you see that, right? Okay. So that's why I said Boeing. All right. So hold it there. Go to the next page. General Manager, Z-Praise Logistics LLC, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. June 2016 to current. All right? Question number 1. How is it possible that you hold 2 positions in 2 places at the same time?
All right, thank you.
That's the first question. Just take note.
Thank you.
Let's go back to page 1. Let's go back to Avionics Tech Manager at Boeing. You said as a lead technical engineer. I want you to confirm to this committee whether in fact, true sense, you are an engineer.
Good question.
Thank you.
Good question. Good question, folks. Good question. Good question. And here's why. Here is why, all right? Here is why. So the UNE school the guy went to, let's listen to it here, right? The UNE school the guy went to, let's play this here for you guys.
Highest degree that anyone can get here.
So your highest degree would be a certification in aviation maintenance technician and your license in AMP. So that license, you can use it anywhere in the world, aviation maintenance technician. So it's not like an actual bachelor's or a master's.
So you don't have no master,
Yeah,
no
because
bachelor?
this is not a 4-year university. This is a technical school.
Okay, so let's get back to the question the papi asked the guy.
Aircraft engineering, if you graduated from a school, it differs from where you are and where I've been called. If somebody graduated from a school in England, you'll be called an engineer. If somebody graduated from a school, the same school, same curriculum in America.
If you went to a technical school and you are giving a certificate as a technician, are you an engineer?
It depends on the...
No, you see, he's lying. And you just listen to the woman right now, right? Did the woman tell you? Did the woman tell you that there is something they give or call engineering? No, technician. So this senator is asking a specific question. But he's trying to dodge the question by bringing in false narrative that make no sense. But the papa stuck to his guns. The guy is sticking to his guns because he knows this guy is lying.
The job where you have been and doing. If they employ you as avionics tech engineer, you carry out performance.
He said if they, but he was not employed and he doesn't have a degree. You see how he lying there? If they, he's not an engineer. And he has said, I'm not an engineer, but I have been in some position as an aviation technician. I have worked with XYZ. But because you see how he lied on his resume and said that he got this degree here, this is where now he's really been jacked off. I mean, if you look at the woman behind her, you see the woman in the yellow hair, look at her face. She holding her smile, so she not gonna, just laughing it in. Because she know this guy is screwed. She knows he's screwed. Listen to him again.
By learning, by studies, are you an engineer in your own sense?
Yes, I'm an aircraft engineer. Generally, I'm an aircraft engineer.
Wow. The guy said generally is an aircraft engineer. Do you know what an aircraft engineer is? Let me ask Google here, right? So let's listen to Google here. Let Google help here. Hey, Google, what is an aircraft engineer?
According to Wikipedia, aerospace engineering is the primary field of engineering concerned with the development of aircraft and spacecraft. It has two major and overlapping branches, aeronautical engineering and astronautical engineering. Avionics engineering is similar, but deals with the electronics side of aerospace engineering.
Well, folks, there we go. Man says he's an aircraft engineer, but he's went to a school that offer technical degree. Let me tell you guys this. Technicians take instruction from engineers. Technician takes instruction from engineers. Engineers are guided by principles. Technicians are guided by theoric and hands-on. This guy is trying to tell you that he's an engineer and not a technician. He confirmed to this man that he's an engineer. So the next question here is, can we see your diplomat that tell us that you're an engineer? And we need to follow up on the school. And that was the reason why I went to that school. He says he's an engineer now. But when you look at his credentials here, right? When you look at the credential he put up here, let's look at the credential here again, folks. Let's look at his credentials here. And let's blow it up here for you guys here. Let's look at the credentials here. All right? What did he say here that Joe Weah then published here? He said here, he is in the process of pursuing a master's degree, or he is a master's degree candidate in aviation management from the institute. So, but now he just said that he's an engineer, an aircraft engineer. But here they say he also, all right, he is also an aviation maintenance technician in aircraft power plant. All right. That's why it says here. Sorry, guys, we went to something else here. All right. But now, when we go back to what the lady say here, listen to the lady here and me asking the lady this question here, folks. Listen to the lady here. Listen to the lady here, folks.
Yeah,
so your highest degree would be a certification in aviation maintenance technician, and your license in AMP. So that license, you can use it anywhere in the world for aviation maintenance technician. So it's not like an actual bachelor's or a master's.
So you don't have no master,
yeah,
no
because
bachelor?
this is not a four-year university. This is a technical.
So then,
which institution do you get that degree from?
Good. So now the pap is asking him now. Saying he said he's an engineer, the pap is firing up for a very important question now. Which institution did you get that degree from? This guy is lying. This guy should be completely out of that place, folks. He's lying. The guy had given himself a degree that he never even worked for. So let's listen to the question. How are you going to answer that question now?
In this field, in aviation field, it's a little bit different from the way you do it in normal.
So the guy just told you that he is an aircraft engineer. And the follow-up question said, tell us which institution did you graduate from? Now he's saying in aviation. No, you say you are an aircraft engineer. You confirm yourself with that degree. And then you coming back here. You see the kind of incompetency that George Weah is putting himself in. You see how another incompetent decision by George Weah is going to further destroy our country. Let me progress, folks.
Something you need to. This field is a different field.
I will know.
If sorry, go ahead.
Engineering is the same as engineering.
No, it does not work like that.
Okay, go ahead.
Wow.
Chasing participation.
Wow.
The reason why yeah, go ahead.
If they put up a position and they say they are looking for avionics tech engineers, and one of the stuff that we have there is that you must have an FAA approved license, which of course I have. Now, when you get they give you that job, you get the portfolio that the job will advertise for. They have this industrial work. So every job they give you, they will give you training on the job for a month or two so that you can be able to work in that portfolio. That's how it works.
So go to the first question, please.
The first question, how do you work two places? Anybody who live here in America know that one check can cut it. So you have to have two checks coming. Okay. The other job is my own company, okay, and I'm the managing director for that. This other job I work at night, okay, so it's in the night, come home, take a little rest, and go and manage my own company. It's a logistic company that I have around 15 employees, okay, with around 17 trucks.
Good. Well.
So for both jobs, he elevated himself, right? For both jobs, he elevated himself. You own a company, you should be like the CEO of the company and let somebody manage the company. That company that he runs, the first thing I'm going to ask him is that company registered? What is the Small Business Association saying about that company? Does that company has anything to do with aviation? That's the question I'll be asking him. But I think it is more important. The people that are asking the question, they already know that the guy has lied. There's no reason the guy should be nominated. He self-declared to every one of you guys that he is an aircraft engineer. It's on record. But he's not. Which institution did you get it from? He said, oh no, that's not how it's made. He's telling you that in the aircraft industry, things are done differently. Really? On what contents and experience is he saying those things? Wow. Like somebody just said, the man body fool the people. No disrespect to his body. I think that person is right, that his body fool the people. Let's move forward here. Aha.
Thank you, sir.
This is one of the most interesting parts that I want us to pay attention to. I don't agree with Dylan. I would say 98.2% of the time. But at 8% today, I agree with him. Let's see how you're going to roll with this.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Nominee? Have you read the act establishing the Liberia Airport Authority to which you are nominated? Have you read the act? So as to know the purpose, the duties, the function of where you are expected, if confirmed, to go. Have you read the act?
Yes.
Good. Do you know the purpose for the establishment of the Liberia Aviation Authority? If you have read it. Reading it, I want to think that you comprehend it, not just reading. What's the functional purpose?
Administrative purpose.
The act says it is enacted by the Senate and the House of Representatives in legislature assembly to establish the Liberia Airport Authority, to have managerial and operational control of the government airports, international and domestic, in the Republic of Liberia, to maintain, develop, and operate as a service, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. In order to manage this airport, this act says the managing director qualification will be a bachelor's degree.
All right, so that hold Dylan down there, right? That hold Dylan down there. Dylan is more of a policy design individual. That's who he is. But listen to him here. He's more of a more theoretical person. What he's trying to understand here is the principle that surround the aviation industry from a statutory standpoint. So the question he asked is very valid. The role you're coming into, how well do you understand the theory and the principle of this role? And by then, he stated the act, because for every institution that is legislated into law, they gave them two mandates. One, the mandate of the statutory responsibility as the expectation of what that institution is created for. And the second mandate is what are you going to be doing and what are the qualifications that you should have. So the first portion of direct the loan stating what that institution was established for comes directly from the lawmakers. But now, how do you make it perfect is where now he's going to grind. And the perfection of those things has to do with your qualification. What are the minimum qualification? Now, remember, he told the people that he is an aircraft engineer, right? He is an aircraft engineer. Whether it is at a bachelor level, master level, or PhD, he just said he is an aircraft engineer. So listen to the long question now. All right?
Or above in airport and aviation management, airport operation, civil and aerodrome engineer, planning economics, business administration, and with any combination of aviation training with at least 10 years managerial or similar experience in a field directly related to aviation.
How many years?
10 years. At least 10 years. Do you?
And are you really there?
That is act. I'm married. Do you believe this qualification, sir?
Yes, sir.
Please.
It may not be in my CV because I did not include it for a reason. But people, one or two of you fully here can allude to the fact that I work at Medellin as a logistic manager.
Now, let me say this here, right? So let's go back. Let's reverse the tape. From the beginning, he was asked to tell you and I out here what make him the best candidate for this job. I think one of the ways that he could have answered the question is to state his education and his experience. And part of the experience could have been maybe 9 years. He could have a 5 year in the classroom, 5 years on the job with more responsibility, where he had reporting chain coming to him, operation manager, inventory manager, safety manager, sustainability manager reporting to him. That will cover his experience and plus the certificate that he talked about. All right, the Federal Aviation Agency certificate or air traffic or let's say the Federal Aviation Air Traffic something. Those certificate, whatever he subscribed to, it would have commensurate the education and the experience. He never said anything about that. When again, Mr. Weah asked him, give us these three indicators: your experience, your training, and your education. He never mentioned how many years experience he got. Now the law is asking him now the basic requirement within the I that created the institution. So he had answered the question from the beginning, including the year of experience. Dillon was not going to go that far, but he brought this on himself now. So let's listen to the drama here.
3 years at one time. I left that job to go to school. That's how I went to Cardinal University, for which I partially attended. So from that time to this time, I've always been a manager. In my religious life.
You know, have you ever heard that not all managers are created equal? That's a phrase there, right? Not all managers are created equal. Not all positions are created equal. The man is saying for 23 years old, he been a manager. So do you think all manager positions are created equal? When it comes to a technical degree, the previous position you have, what relationship does it have with what he's hiring for? And what were his responsibility? What were the challenges that he owned? What success did he bring? Added, or what are some of the things that he subtracted? There we are, folks.
I managed people all my life.
Mr.
And
Dominic,
the,
Mr. Dominic,
okay, sorry.
thank you. Mr. Dominic, let me be clear. Sometimes people are not too okay the way I take these things. Confirmation hearing is constitutional. It is important. That is why the framework of our constitution made it constitutional. Confirmation hearing, in my view, is a job interview. It is the last vetting committee of the.
I want he's right. I want he's right. The confirmation hearing is a job interview, but a job interview at the highest level of the land. Private individuals like you and myself who apply to company and be if you get a call for interview, is a team of manager that interview you, right? But in a company, I mean in the government, when the president nominated you, he nominated you to a group of people who are representation of the society, and you have to go over to get that interview, because at the end of the day, when you get hired by a company, you are going to perform a piece of job. When you pass the Senate through a confirmation, you are also going to pass a piece of job. I mean, you're going to perform a piece of job. So DeLon is right. So what DeLon is trying to establish here is you come into the position. One, you haven't read the statute. Two, you haven't read the minimum, requirement, whether you have it or not. But let me make this clear to you. This is not something for you to come and kind of lecture us here. This is something that I want you to tell everyone here. What make you qualify? Do you have the basic qualification here to convince us? Well, from the get-go, this guy hasn't been able to explain whether he got the education, whether he has the experience, or whether he got any training. Every question that I posed to him, he come back with a lecture and not a job experience explanation, not an educational experience, not a certificate of training and experience. None of the sort. So DeLon now is noting him now. So let's see this quickly here, guys.
Public before people enter into public service at a certain level as contained in the Constitution. So I don't take it lightly. I can understand that those of us who are authorized to ask the question, some people can ask for our own credential. I gave my credential to Monserrato. They saw it and they say I'm a kind of look at other people's credentials. So back to the question. I read.
See, DeLon is right. All right, DeLon is right. DeLon is in a position today where he can brag because based on the desperation of our people, he has one of the worst resume, DeLon. But you see, in a democratic process, the highly educated man can be denied of an opportunity because within the democratic process, it has to do with people voting for you. And those people that are voting for you, they are not measured in their thought as to whether they are risking their life and the life of their children by electing somebody who is not sound. But on the flip side, if you enter any private institution for an interview, you will be interacting with professional people who want that position to not only be an added value from that individual, but also to help the company succeed. So when you hear DeLon say we get our part of credential, he's bragging because DeLon is asking for qualification now, right? But DeLon came to Australia University and couldn't even get his bachelor's degree. But today DeLon got to where he is today based on the ignorance of our people. So he's really undercutting himself right now. All right? But we'll talk about DeLon on another day. But I just thought to bring that out here. That sometimes when they say opportunity comes at one, when they say you got a fish but you don't have the oil to fry the fish, that's DeLon there today now. So let's see how you handle this guy here, and then we'll do any snow, we'll move on.
The qualification as contained in the act for someone to serve as managing director at the LAA. I'm asking again, sir, do you believe that you are qualified? Let me read it again. Do you believe that
you want to read the last qualification that was given? just the last few lines.
Okay, let me go to it. Let me help you.
Because if you...
Let me help you, sir.
Yeah.
You can read all that. Then you can answer.
That's a big mistake he made on his part. That's a big mistake. One thing you don't want to do in an interview is to challenge those who are on the interviewing panel. Let that they don't break your neck, because that they're just about to ask him a question that he already programmed in his mind. But now that they don't have given the entire booklet, and let's see how he's going to make answer himself.
I know one of the parts says you should. One of the statements that you just read says you should have aviation training in aviation, which I have. Managerial skills. I told you I've been a manager since I was 23 years old.
What?
Thank you.
So, the law you read, what the first thing is it?
There are several qualifications. It says bachelor's degree or above. And it went down and said you should have a technical degree, technical paper, and which of course I have.
Chairman, let me make a follow-up, please. Let me just make a follow-up. Do you have, as per your curriculum vitae, your resume, do you have a bachelor degree?
No, it does not say.
And what does the first indication of that?
There are many qualifications.
The first.
It don't have to be the first. There are many qualifications.
It's not a matter of arguing. What does the first say there?
I can bring it to
you. You don't have to bring it to me. The first says, the first sums up everything.
Exactly.
It sums up everything.
This guy is a fool. This guy is a fool. Imagine you going for an interview. They don't help this guy to make him understand that you are in an interview. We are the one that can hire you. We are the one who have the right to reject you. But guess what he's doing? His ego is allowing him to argue with these guys. And this guy got the right to deny him. This guy is denying himself right away. He is. And if this guy get confirmed, I'm telling you guys, Weah is going to mess that country up than what the country is today. Let's say he talk about the aviation technical degree. Let's look at the experience by percentage. Bachelor degree and above. Why is that is giving 60%? And let's say the 40% experience is giving 20% or 25% or 30%. Right? Then the technical certificate he breaking about is giving 10% or 20%. So you got 60, you got 30. That's 90 there, right? And then the 10%. What if they decide to say, okay, this guy doesn't have a bachelor degree, that's 60 point he lost? What if they say this guy here, he doesn't have the experience, that's 30%? He's already lost 90% of the qualification. And then he wants to stand behind the certificate and say that 10%, we can take this guy. Because his percentage ratio, his liability to this job exceeds his access to the job. We can't take this guy. That's why you don't go and stick to one thing. The reason he's sticking to one thing is because he feels that his strong area. He doesn't have a bachelor degree. He want to argue that and want to throw it out of the window. That's why the guy in the back there is saying, no, look at what it says in summary. He does not have the experience, even though he said he's been a manager from 23 years old. I don't know what 23-year-old have been doing with the aviation institution that doesn't allow what he's doing. Now, what is he doing? I'm going to take the lowest one. I'm going to take the lower bit. When you have an airport where the people say when our president is flying, we worry. When you have an airport that go out of light, and then you only want to bring somebody with technical background, a technician that take a direction from engineer, and he already lied and says he's an engineer. You see how the things going, folks? That just goes to show how messed up our country is, folks. That's just going to show how messed up our country is. In any hiring process, you take the big thing. How many of you guys will be eating your rice when you see the BB meat or the BB fish? Then you won't go look for the small fish. No, you got a BB fish for it, right? Yes. When they get your cheese to any business place, what you take for it? You take the cash, put it in your pocket. Then you load that, you take the quarter and put it in your pocket, right? Then the penny, then you say, okay, what do they want? You put it in something back. What you're doing is you are giving preferences to the bigger fish and you're doing it in order. When people are hiring, when they talk about your strength, where is your strength? He's avoiding his strength and he's trying to look for the weakest one.
Don't argue with me. Listen to me. You are a nominee. Let me remind you that you are before the Senate confirmation hearing.
Yes.
So you don't have to argue.
I'm not arguing, sir.
But that's why I said, let me just remind that you're not arguing. The first one first talk about educational qualification.
Yes.
And the educational qualification means that you must have a bachelor degree and or above.
Correct.
It sums up everything, meaning that you have other certificate training.
And guys, let's put this into context here, right? When you look at that fake information he gave to George Weah, he's now trying to discredit the bachelor degree and above. Why is it that fake information he gave that he was trying to pursue a master's degree? Why do you think he did that? He did that because when he read the qualification, he said, you know what, one way that I think I can get a job is to tell them that I'm pursuing my master's degree at this institution. Because there's no other institution that he could have gone to. There's no other institution he could have gone to. So he's not trying to discredit that, oh, bachelor and above, I don't care for that. So then why did he lie? So the question you guys should be asking now is, you provided some type of information to the government and it was published on the webpage. If you don't care for the master or the bachelor degree, why did you tell the president and his staff that you were pursuing master degree? What made you to ask that kind of question? What made you to write that? What made you to write that? Because I didn't to be asking him. All right? But he didn't do that. All right, guys, let's try to wrap it up here.
But the overall, the sum total of your qualification must be met in the status of your credentials as it relates to what do you hold. You have made it clear to this committee that you don't have a bachelor degree. Then if you don't have a bachelor degree, then what qualifies you?
Yes.
What is the sum total that qualifies you to go to be considered as a manager of the RIA? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm done. But you can answer it so I can follow up. I can conclude.
Well, if you follow the history of the position about to take over, I do believe, if I stand to be corrected, I'm the only person, if there is other persons coming to this position with at least some knowledge in aviation.
Okay. So now you do have final question.
So that's the best shot he got to answer the question. Really, that's the best shot he got to answer that question. After all the back and forward pushing here and there, he believed that he's qualified because he's coming with the aviation. I had never seen any confirmation hearing like this. Even the late John Bear, there used to be a guy called John Bear. He was the Minister of State with all portfolio during the Simon Carrington time. I remember when we were little, he went to that very place and he was asked, John Bear, yes, why do you think you believe that the position is right for you, Minister of State with all portfolio? And John Bear responded and said, let me tell you guys one thing. I know the ministry got no portfolio. Well, I got a lot of portfolio valise suitcases in the back of my car. If you want it, I'll go bring it. But because they said this position means that you don't have to have portfolio, so I didn't bring it. But I'm a guy with portfolio. And Mr. Bear was right. He was very educated, but I don't know who titled that position, say Minister of State or portfolio. And what I'm trying to say is John Bear, even though he was appointed as Minister of State or portfolio, he defended his portfolio. He had This guy is telling you that he had electrical. I mean, he's an engineer. All right, he's an engineer, an aircraft engineer. But now he's resorting now back to, oh, I have this technical degree. So let's look at the technicality of the certificate, right? Let's say he went to school for 24 months, all right, or 124 months, something like that. Does that mean that he qualified for the position? No, it's not. All right, so let's listen to Snow here. I'm interested in Snow conversation.
The vice chair. Who are doing your profession and I'm never your profession. There was a gentleman called Robert Buck.
Let me tell you, the other guy is here, the mutant guy. It's a good for nothing guy. He got no integrity. Don't listen to him. This guy, anytime he applied for a salon, his salon did not work out because of connection to Samuel Kayando. He was about to be deported. He self-deported himself, went back to Liberia. Very smart man. Went straight to his own town, manipulated the people's minds. They made him superintendent. He further hypnotized them. They elected him as senator. He now back to where he wanted to be. But now he's saying things in the hearing that I don't even want to listen to. This man is old. He got no future for the country. All he wants to do is to just steal money and just enrich his family. And when death comes and take him, that's it. But this guy got no future for that country. He got no feeling for that country. So I'm not even going to play any of his audio here. All right. So let's go down to Melvin Snow here. Talking about Robert Boss in America here. Nonsense. All right. I want you also to listen to Eddie Snow here and then with
like Mr. TJ, Senator TJ and Senator P just said, gave me the vote. I just want you to know I won't be giving you mine. I'll be voting against you.
You declare vote?
I'll be voting against you. I just want you to know some of the reasons why I will do it. All right. The last thing, sir, my definition of being an engineer may not be as letter as most people here, but my definition of being an engineer doesn't fit with what you're telling us here. That you are still seeking your first degree, bachelor degree, but you classify yourself as aviation engineer.
Yes.
So just for the record again, to reflect, are you an aviation engineer?
In aviation, you are working on the airport. You are servicing aircraft. You are considered, let me you are considered one who is a technical person. You consider an aircraft mechanic. When you get into production, there's no position in production that's called mechanic, because you don't need mechanics in production. And I work in production.
Are you an aviation engineer, sir?
I mean, just what I said.
Yes. All right, so let me try to unpack this here, right? So you see, this is where most of the time some company will ask people to resign and reapply. This guy is trying to qualify himself based on a company tradition. That means if you work for a company for 20 years, never got that degree from any institution to qualify you, but because you work for a company for 20 years in a role, then you automatically an engineer. But by the guided principle of academic standards, he's not. Because you know why? He's only an engineer according to him by title. But by a confirmation, he's not. And here's another reason. Can that position as an engineer be transferred to another role within another company? He worked for Boeing, but can he go to Lockheed Martin and be an engineer? No, because Lockheed Martin principle of how they qualify people to be an engineer may not be the same standard as Boeing. People get different titles. People get different titles. People get different titles. I remember when I worked for Medtronics, I was given the title as an industrial engineer. It doesn't mean that I am an industrial engineer. No. The area of background that I came from as an environmentalist and an engineer, they felt that the job qualification gave me that as an engineer. I'm an industrial engineer because I was successfully able to implement everything that rule called for. And from the interview, we straighten things out. But my academic engineering degree is not an industrial engineer. But because the company called for that, so I cannot go apply to anywhere and say, "Oh, I'm an industrial engineer." Oh, no, 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 no. That is a different set of field. If the field matches your background, then you can apply for the field. That means it's company based. But as far as your academic goes, because when you listen to the senator asking him, you might have bachelor degree and above. Do you have a bachelor degree? He doesn't have that. So he want to use where he works. You see, back in the days, people who used to have LPM and sometimes RN, from what I know, many people work in that field for 30 years, and some medical institution qualify them to be a year of experience RN, but not an academic RN that will take a certified board and pass. Those things are going away now because in order to hold somebody accountable, they must have that academic credential. They should pass a certified board so that they can be held accountable. Somebody having been on a job for all these years does not qualify you to be a position of authority. He is not an academic engineer. He been on a job that had made him to be an engineer as he claimed. But the question is, are you an engineer? When they're asking that question, are you an engineer? They are speaking out of the tradition of that company that qualify you to be an engineer. When in your head, and they know that you had no engineering degree from any college or university or institution, it is from that background that Mr. Snow is asking him this question. But what he defend is to go back to an area. Like somebody saying, my man, I am a coach in Liberia, but have you taken the coaching exam? Do you have the certificate? Well, I was in Liberia because I play good football. I am a coach. No, it doesn't work that way, folks. It doesn't work that way. And that's what he's trying to defend here.
Aviation engineer, yes. That's your copy of your passport that says aviation engineer.
Yes.
And from what you explained to us and what your CV shows, maybe we can go and check it. But I doubt if you are an aviation engineer. And thanks for the appointment and the nomination. But just for the record to reflect, I will vote against you. Thank you.
Thank you.
But my definitely.
And there's something Mr. Snow said too. I want to bring that to your attention here.
Great danger. Because aviation people listening to you today, they say that even the ambulance at the airport are just like can be on, not working. I mean, I will vote against you based on that. I mean, I'm clear about it. So we have community come.
Yeah, so he said something about the ambulance and the flashing their light and stuff like that. That was a very poor move on his part, right? Because every institution got their own best practice that they carry out. For him to just come here and say, oh, because when a plane is about to land, he sees the ambulance. What assessment has he done? What does he know? And why, when he sees that ambulance, the light flashing, what has he understood about that? Is it a best practice to the airport employees that when that ambulance is, wheezing that let me that something or there will be, an incoming plane is coming about? He didn't justify that. Why he said, well, oh, I think that is nonsense. When not necessarily nonsense, but he that kind of cast that away and said, oh, when the ambulance like waving like that, that means anything happening. He has not taken on the role yet. See, those kind of assessment, you can bring them into an interview. When you're having an interview, you are selling yourself. And selling yourself means you support your education. You come to the interview with your best experience, what you have done, and how successful you have been. and what supports you in that role as far as other training and other external training you have gotten. But as far as internal issue, you don't bring that. You're not in a confirmation hearing where you are short on budget and things are not working. So he totally left his perimeter and went in to the institution that he has not even taken position of to carry out a gap assessment or a need assessment. And that is where Mr. Snow is disappointed in him, because I'm believing that Mr. Snow knows something about why I let go of that, and he doesn't know it, but he just decided to cast those things down. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you guys so much. We have something else to show you guys here, but because of time, I will not be able to show you guys that. However, we will be back here tomorrow to discuss that. There was a spreadsheet on this guy stuff here that I also wanted to discuss with you guys. All right, this spreadsheet here, but because of time, I will not be able to present that spreadsheet. So why don't we do this, right? We are going to table this for now, and then hopefully tomorrow when we get back here, we'll go through the spreadsheet. All right, there are a lot of things on this spreadsheet that I wanted to bring to you guys' attention here. As you can see here, not this one here. In fact, it's all the way back here. Yes, it's all the way back here. So there's, yeah, as you can see here, there's something I wanted to show you guys on the spreadsheet, but tomorrow we will further discuss that. So for time's sake, we will leave it as this. But this guy, he is a political appointee. You know, in life, we got something we call political appointee, and we got another thing we call professional appointment. This guy has lied. He lied so many times in this interview here. Yes. He lied so many times in the interview, saying that he's an engineer, saying that, oh, he tried to get his degree. He lied in so many ways. All right. And not just because somebody say you work on a job, you're an engineer, that means that you are a certified engineer. In the United States here, there are institutions that people have that are ABET, all right, ABET certified or other certification. He's none of those. You listen to the woman over there who told you, in fact, let's play this here again, because that's the only school he said he went to. He never mentioned any university. So let's play this as we conclude.
Highest degree that anyone can get here.
So your highest degree would be a certification in aviation maintenance technician, and your license in AMP. So that license, you can use it anywhere in the world, aviation maintenance technician. So it's not like an actual bachelor's or a master's.
So you don't have no master,
Yeah,
no
because
bachelor?
this is not a four-year university. This is a technical school.
What is the highest degree that anyone can get here?
So your highest degree would be a certification in aviation maintenance technician, and your license in AMP. So that license, you can use it anywhere in the world, aviation maintenance technician. So it's not like an actual bachelor's or a master's.
So you don't have no master,
Yeah,
no
because
bachelor?
this is not a four-year university. This is a technical school.
The highest degree that anyone can get here?
So your highest degree would be a certification in aviation maintenance technician, and your license in AMP. So that license, you can use it anywhere in the world, aviation maintenance technician. So it's not like an actual bachelor's or a master's.
So you don't have no master,
Yeah,
no
because
bachelor?
this is not a four-year university. This is a technical school.
So you heard it there, folks. It's only a certificate with some lesson that you get, not even a degree, not even an associate degree, not even an associate degree, but a certificate with some lesson. And this guy is saying that he's an aircraft engineer. He's an aircraft engineer. Where did he get that engineering position from? And can that translate on other job? This whole interview he had over there that we call hearing, he did not articulate his education well. He did not provide training. He did not, for the most important part, tell all about his experience what he did. Talking about 23 years old. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. By the way, I'm still getting calls from the people. Every time now I will get a call. Hey, Randy, we just checking on you. Are you still interested in the aviation maintenance program? Because when I went there, I told them that I got nothing for myself. I absolutely nothing for myself. So they still calling me out today. So let's go to a few statements here. All right. My man, Power. Yeah, Power said, have a great night. Thank you. Thank you very much, Power. And then let's see here. Okay, my boy here said eating something that done. Okay. And then Eric said, thank you. Yes, Eric. And then Hashin said, nope. So that's a conversation going on. Eric said, Nathan, don't let that guy work on you. You're crazy. Let me already read it there, get out of here. All right. So I'm reading from bottom to top. All right. From the most recent comment to the last one. Okay, let's say he is an engineer. Does that alone makes him fit to be a manager? Nope. Not all engineer can be manager. No, not all engineer can be manager. You're right, John. And that's a very important question over there. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are pressed with time. And let me see my man UV. UV say his half bachelor degree is not heavy. It's not even bachelor degree, bro. You had the woman said they couldn't get certificate. They wouldn't get a certificate. That's why they gave them. So you put the guy on a very better spells too. But I hope that the Senate will even tap into tonight's broadcast and remind this guy that he's been lying. This guy was not honest to himself. He was not honest to the institution he went to. He's not honest to the Liberian people. And he's not honest to himself. I hope I'm not repeating myself on that one. So, guys, until then, thank you guys so much for the opportunity. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow, we'll be looking at another video that had to do with Solomon George press conference the other day. We'll be looking at it and then we'll be discussing that. Tomorrow morning, there will be no show, as you know. How they call it? It's Flag Day tomorrow. Yes, Flag Day tomorrow. Yes. And August 23rd, yes, August 23rd is a very important day for me. And I will tell you guys personally what does that mean. If I call you, I will tell you what that means. But it's a very important day for me. Yes. So again, thank you guys so much. All right. Thank you guys so much, and God bless you guys. I see you guys. Sorry for pushing the time. And it was due to I don't know the mic here. All right, I got the mic here. This is a plug and play mic. This mic now is acting like she doesn't even want to come up here anymore. So this is the mic I was using here, plug and play. But for some reason, it's not working on my iPod. That's why I'm using this. So this is what we're using first, guys. So it wasn't working, so I had to drop the iPod and then use my HP computer, laptop computer. So we'll try this again tomorrow, but maybe we'll do it early so that we will not have anything. But again, we'll get up in the morning and before our training starts, we'll do our little broadcast and then we'll discuss. But it's gonna be very tricky, all right, because I have to do some drop off before coming back. Maybe on my way back, we'll do on the road broadcast. Yes, we'll do on the road broadcast when I'm coming back. But I have to go do some drop off and then we'll see what we can do. Until then, guys, thank you guys so much for everything. Thanks for your support. Don't forget about our cash app, guys. Independent supporter of Mr. Cummings. And then the J Rainy platform as well. We need all the help we can get. All right. This is time for making informed decision. Yes. Why are you trying to place the recycle politician in the museum? That's a very good question there. I don't know what. Should I answer the guy question, folks? Should I answer the guy question? I mean, this guy question, folks. Let me see. Should I answer the guy question here? I want to see the thumbs up. Should I answer this guy question, folks? Do you want me to answer the question before I leave, or we should table that for tomorrow? Let me see the thumbs up. If I see the thumbs up, one thumbs up, Roland, you can vote twice. I see you there, Roland, once. Yeah, Roland, you one person, so that democratic rule, I have to see three more people. 3 more people. All right. Oh, I see Vivian. That's good. That's good. That's good. All right. That's good. Who else again? Who else again? All right. I see. All right. I see. Yasser. Yes. Yes. I say yes. So we got 3. One more to go. One more to go. All right. Oh, Sick Egg is still here. Case closed. So the reason I say the guy need to be in the museum. You know, museum tells story about things that you and I, when we were not in the age we are today, you and I will only get to see these things when we visit the museum, right? That means these are things that happened long since. They are part of the past history and not the present history. But since we did not exist during the past history, we go to the museum to understand what they did over there. You see, Gale Alari Toba, for me, you gotta don't know, when Dr. Sawyer then left from here and went to Liberia with their misinformation, they followed those guys and misled many generations. And that generation became unsuccessful in the country today. Now, today, the younger generation are looking at people like us who understood what the God has done to our future and know who the guys are and what is supported. Then now they won't come in the midst of what we are trying to refresh the mind of the young generation today, and they want to come in and bring what they were not successful at doing. So to not conflict with the present memory of helping the incoming generation, put them in a museum, let them tell you what they did during their time. And then when they try to come from the museum and see the today reality, they will learn something. And that is why Gale Alari Toba shouldn't be here. These guys during their young days, they followed the Touch Sawyer and Toba Nantipote, H. Boma formula, and look at what they had done to that country. Absolutely nothing. Just how you see today, Martin Cody and other than doing their thing today, 50 years from now, what they will accomplish in their youthful life, whether it succeed or not, they will walk out 50 years from now and want to tell the incoming generation what they did. And when the incoming generation see how they messed up this country called Liberia, they are not part of the future, but they are part of a museum. Since they're not dead yet, put them in a museum, let the children tell us during your young days when you were in my age, what did you do? Who did you follow and why? And let them be the one to tell them. Then when the children come outside from the museum and they will come and take that as a lesson learned. But you cannot put them in an active environment to have conversation. They are done their part and they were very unsuccessful. Zoga Wilson, number 2. Zoga Wilson will come and meet a crowd of people and tell you about Ball Cooper, Manny Boto then. When Manny Boto then were playing football, when they were this, when Moses Lamine, when you had P.B. Bestman, when you had this one here. Is that what the people want to hear today? Think about Pelé coming into the European football and telling them during our days, picking was not easy. But you got young generation that are looking at Messi, that are looking at Cristiano Ronaldo. Then you got Pelé coming in. No, Pelé belong in the museum now. They are past. Even the original Ronaldo now is not the face of football today. He's part of the history now. That's who that guy is. They're not saying things that represent the future today. They are giving the people history of the past. And the history of the past did not you any benefit. When we celebrate our Independence Day, what do we reflect on? We reflect on the days of the old, things that we did, and how better can we get. But are we making progress on our history? No. We are not making progress on our history. We just celebrated 175 years, and we still struggling with corruption. We're still struggling with inequality. So what the essence of celebrating National Independence Day when we're not making any progress? You got it gathered from the past that did nothing in their youth days. They served in government and did nothing. Look at Dr. Sawyer today. What did he leave behind to be a legacy that people can reflect on? But when you look at a guy like Dr. Martin Luther King, he fought for black rights. And everything that Martin Luther King did, many people came and perfected that. You got a Black Lives Matter today. You got different civil society group. Look at Kwame Nkrumah today. Jerry Rawlings tapped into his idea And today the Ghanaians are on the pathway of becoming a better country. Look at Singapore that used to come to Liberia, beg all the time. But today they are the best country. We used to say our economy was better than Japan. But look what Japan has done. So the old folks in Japan now can come and tell us, hey, look, again, this is what we did back in the days when our country economy was struggling behind a third world country like Liberia. But look what we are today. These will not belong in the museum. They're supposed to be guest speaker, motivational speaker, because they had done things that changed the country around. You see, when Jerry Ronning was alive, he was not fit to be in a museum because Jerry Ronning changed the mindset of people during his generation. And those people who younger generation were watching, they fell for what they did, and the country called Ghana is in a part of progress. But when you look at Ghana, Alari Tokpa, then, unless you don't know, Alari Tokpa, Kofi Woos, and Tewo Gongolo, all these guys then were all product of either Sawyer or Dr. H. Bowman Formula or Dr. Tokpa and Antibody. But look what they did to the country. Absolutely nothing. But the younger generation today, 50 years from now, the guy you see as your big boss, 50 years from now, when you guys are old and your grandchildren be 20 years old, when they start challenging some of you guys, that when you will say, yeah, you belong in the museum. Because when you were young, like my grandson or my granddaughter, you did nothing for this country. So go in the museum. That is why I keep saying that the guy belong in the museum. Yeah, they belong in the museum. Anybody that did not do anything that make the country better, they belong in a museum. George Weah himself will be in the museum very soon because say he became a Ballon d'Or winner. He has not taken one or two players to go to Europe and say, yes, I'm doing well for George Weah. You see, Manning, Sarah Manning, all right? I know Sodu Manning or Sarah Manning, but just call him Manning. Manning that played for Senegal. You see how well that boy is doing in our country. You look at DJ Dropa, you see how well DJ Dropa doing today, changing the face of that country. Look at Samuel Eto'o. God, Samuel Eto'o then will not do. You see Roger Miller today? Roger Miller does not belong in the museum because based on Roger Miller's success playing for his country, it brought about Samuel Eto'o and other great players. So Roger Miller can come out today and say, look, don't want to look at me. I did my part. But look at Samuel Eto'o and others after the king, after me. Because I make sure that I put Cameroon on the map and all the other young people during our time. Samuel Eto'o can get and say, you see Roger Miller over there? That's my big brother. He made me to be who I am. So those who fail to make other people successful, they belong in a museum. You know, another thing I'm asking for again, I want for Mr. Cummings, after becoming president, to buy maybe 5 acres of land and consider that as a governmental burial site. Yes, buy 5 acres of land and consider that as the Liberian government burial site. In that place, you bury all the people there. So by the year 2075, when other are dead and gone, and then let's say by the year 2076, Liberia starts getting oil, and then the young children today who man clean their diapers, by 2075, some of them will be in their 50s. They now will come to Liberia and say, look, the oil you're bragging about, there was a time in 2010, that's a long time, right? Yes. There were some people here that mortgage your oil. So out of the 100%, your owner got what? 10%. And say, but what happened? Because at that time, our great-grandchildren will be around. But what happened? We are looking at our future now. And you telling us only 10% we got? Oh, no, hold on. Do you guys have a cemetery here? Yes. Okay. Then they got one historian, then they go to the cemetery on the bus. Your grandchildren then now. 3rd generation, 4th generation. So, you see that one over there? Yeah, that's Madam Ellen Johnson study right over there. Yes. She was president for 12 years. She sold everything in this country here. Oh, you see that guy they call George Weah? Yes. He always will say, Paku, you strong. That great over there. These are the people that fuck your future up today. You see how in America here, when you go on a tour that they call field trip, they show people beautiful things. It's about time that we start thinking about those things right now. Because the future generation will have to think about that. You see, when Joseph, what the guy in here? Where is he? I don't see a name here. What the other guy named? Okay, this guy right here. This guy right here. This guy right here. Where's he at? All right. This guy right here. Charles D.B. King. When Charles D.B. King signed the 99-year Firestone Agreement, when was he president at that time? He was president from 1920 to 1930. You and I were not even in the machine for God to make us here, right? Between 1920 to 1930, when he signed the Firestone 99-year agreement, it affected us, right? Today we were born, got children, and now we wouldn't hear about Charles D.B. King and what he did to the country. So what lesson do we learn from that? Every government official today, when they die, put all them in one cemetery, so that your great-grandchildren, when they start to see that Liberia had been pre-mortgaged before they were even born, take them to the graveyards of all the government officials there and say, you see that one, what they call Ellis Tyler here, corruption Kikon. He built a big house somewhere here. You see that one they call McGill over there, yeah. That one they sanctioned him in this country because he was found allegedly taking money from people and he got sanctioned. Put them in one grave site because they are dead. But the ones that are living, put them in the National Museum. They all belong in the museum. So today, what we're doing today, if we make good, we will be commended and we don't need to go in the museum. But we will be put out there as an inspirational speaker to motivate people. You see, God and Nelson Mandela, he never belonged in the museum because he did what was right. In Liberia, we don't have those kind of people. So, Mr. Sapa Bromeo, why you trying to put these recycled politicians in the museum? That is my reason. All right. So until then, guys, I see you. They don't want competition. Yes. And let me say hi to my good old friend here. Thank you so much for stopping by. And Sis Vivian, I see you guys. You're taking for everything. All right. This guy is not ready for the job. Yes. So I see you guys. God bless you guys. Thank you for the time. I hope you had a great night. Tomorrow we'll be looking at something very, very interesting again. We are going to be making comparison. All right. We're going to be looking at some comparison with Mr. Cummings and the others. So we're going to be looking at that tomorrow. Very interesting presentation. And then we'll also look for what the guy in the Solomon George video. All right. Franco, you see what happened here? Thanks for the show, Randy, as always. Very informative and entertaining. So let me say this here. Franco, you said the Unity Party people want to get you in trouble. Be careful with them, bro. Be careful with them. I don't know what happened. This time they will send all the guests and picture them to come be giving Facebook requests. But when I look at the picture, then I go behind it. How you be having get picture, then you get different men and picture behind you. So I got a lot of friend requests. I'm not accepting them this time. Yes, because all they do is they put one woman picture there and they send Facebook request. When you go check behind, oh, that man, oh, okay, no, we're not here for that. I don't wanna. You gotta be who you gotta be. All right. So guys, I see you guys. Have a blessed day. Thank you so much for your time. Those on the East Coast, my apology for holding you up. All right. We will try to make it up tomorrow and come very early. Until then, I will say blessed night. We will leave everything as it is. Remember, tomorrow is Flag Day in Liberia, or it's already Flag Day in Liberia. So it's a national holiday. I just hope that the day goes good and everybody enjoy that day. All right. I don't know what you fled for. Nobody died for who got red or fled. We say with the UNES star on the continent of Africa, well, we are not done nothing yet. So it's just another event to celebrate, but nothing to be proud of. Let me just put it that way. Until then, God bless you guys. Good night to everybody. Bye-bye, guys.